Thank you to Omaha Steaks for sponsoring today's episode. There's a new lightsaber in play in The Last Jedi, and we want to know who's wielding it. We are less than a week and a half away from opening day of The Last Jedi, and that's still way too long. We could not be more excited for the next chapter in the Star Wars saga, so to tide us over till December 15th, we are gobbling up spoilers faster than a Wookiee gobbles up porgs, allegedly. And director Rian Johnson just teased us with a particularly tantalizing tidbit in the pages of Parade magazine. So if you want to remain unspoiled until the film is released, then it's time to put your blast shields down. Or unspoiled, you'd want to put them up. I'm thinking arm shields, not face shields. I'm like, no. Too much nerd knowledge competing in my brain. You know Parade magazine, the #1 magazine for people in their 50s who can't figure out how to cancel their newspaper subscriptions? Buried in a spread about the upcoming film, there's a little blurb that reads, Rey uses a blue lightsaber, Kylo Ren uses a red, and director Rian Johnson hints that we might see a new hue of lightsaber. Oh my god! You know this can mean only one thing. Mace Windu is back, bitches! Oh yeah, we've been missing us some purple lightsaber action. It's just not Star Wars without dudes getting stabbed by a Barney-colored laser sword. Now, not all of you may agree with our analysis, so just to humor all of you doubting Debras out there, let's talk about what another hue of lightsaber could mean. Well, the second most obvious answer after old Maceface is that Luke is going to break out his old emerald-colored number. We know he retrieved his lightsaber in Return of the Jedi because he's swinging it around in the epilogue comic book, Shattered Empire, which is now, per Disney, canon. And while we don't see it on his belt in any of the promo material yet, it looks like there's all sorts of cool nooks and crannies in that cave on Octu that he's been squatting in. Perfect hiding places for souvenirs from your supposedly forgotten days as the #1 Jedi. All kidding aside, though, this theory really does make the most sense, so that means, haha, we were kidding about Mace Windu. You can chill out on the comments.
This party's over.
Especially considering everything that we know about The Last Jedi so far. From the looks of it, the bulk of the plot involves Rey training with Luke until Kylo and the Knights of Ren show up to spoil their fun, and at that point, it would totally make sense for Luke to pick up his saber and start swinging. In fact, there are some theories that he's even hiding it in his walking stick. But since we simply can't resist delving into a few more fun theories, is there anyone else that stray lightsaber could belong to? Well, we know that Snoke is supposed to show off an even darker, more powerful side in this movie. Could he break out a golden lightsaber to match those regal robes that we've seen him wearing in the trailers? He's so stylish. We've heard lots of rumors that old Snokey Boy is a collector of dark side artifacts. It's quite possible that he's hiding a saber of his own. Of course, there's one cast member we'd really love to see with a lightsaber in hand, and she's pretty much the only member of her bloodline who we haven't seen pick one up yet. Yep, we're talking about General Leia. That legit would be so fucking cool. Her dad, her brother, her son, all lightsaber masters, so why not her too? Sure, she may be starting a little later in life than your average Jedi, but Leia has always been a take the life by the Force kind of gal, and we can totally see her picking up some lightsaber lessons from Luke in the 30 years between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. In fact, in the old Legends canon, Leia did eventually become a fully fledged Jedi Knight at the end of the Swarm War. Legends canon aside, it would also feel like the perfect send-off to one of the greatest characters played by one of the greatest actors in the history of sci-fi. But what do you folks think? Are you excited for more lightsaber colors? Do you think it'll belong to a new character or an old character? And do you think that General Leia was taking lessons from Luke in between Jedi and The Force Awakens? Let's discuss. And are you looking for the perfect gift this holiday season that's thoughtful, useful, and helps you avoid long lines at the mall? Then you want to check out Omaha Steaks, because honestly, who can get mad at a good steak? We had a cookout at the office recently, and the selection of steaks, burgers, and chicken had everyone around the office buzzing. It honestly felt like all of my coworkers became professional chefs behind my back. So go to omahasteaks.com and enter code Nerdist to get the family gift pack for only $49.99. That is 75% off.